It's okay.
It's all right. I'll steal it from you. So we're going to start with an opening statement from Coach Jack. The way we do press conferences for women's basketball are, we start with the opening statement from Coach Jack. Then we'll take questions for just the student athletes. Then we'll dismiss them. We'll take questions for Coach Jack. So Coach Jack, whenever you're ready for an opening statement.
You know, it's just great to be back out here. You know, October's been a tough month for our program and for our coaches, and including myself. And it's just really great to get out here and have these guys move around. And I jumped on it a little bit, but I understand it. You know, we've been going through a lot, and these kids have been going through a lot, and they deserve a break. And I didn't give them one today. And I think that they understand what we're trying to do. And I'm grateful for the young ladies that's on this team and this coaching staff and this administration for what we've been through in October. So I think that, you know, St. Rose is going to be a really, they're not going to finish 8th like it says. They're going to do some fun things, because I think the coaches, that's why we scheduled them. The coach is a very defined coach in what his system is. And that's how we like to schedule our exhibitions and our scrimmages against system-minded coaches, like we did with a close scrimmage with UConn and playing against him and his style with his players. And I thought they challenged us, and we got a lot of film to break up, and we'll get that done, and we'll get better because of it.
So we'll take questions from student athletes now. Just raise your hand and I'll call you. And since it's our first one here, make sure you introduce yourself and your outlet to the student athletes.
Cooper Andrews, the Bailey Orange, Sofino going 6 of 9, shooting from 3 tonight. What caused you to find so much open space out there tonight?
I mean, I think props go to my teammates for getting me the ball. You know, I can't get those shots off if they're not making the passes, so they're attacking the basket, getting to the rim, making that extra pass. So I think all props go to them.
Sophie, Joe Puccio from the ACC Network. What was it like just playing in the Dome for the first time today?
Yeah, it was really exciting. I think, you know, once we get more people in and we get a bit more atmosphere, I think it'll be really cool. But yeah, getting first hit out in the Dome was really cool. Really enjoyed it.
Andrew Selliver, ACC Network and Z89. Deasia, Coach talked earlier today with us about the process of welcoming in the freshmen and teaching them the way to play Syracuse basketball. How have you embraced that challenge?
So seeing that I was in their position before, you know, it's just, we're supposed to just let them know that they're able to make mistakes and do what they came here to do. And if it's shoot the ball like Sophie did tonight, it's shoot the ball. And like Alyssa did, is shoot the ball, play defense, and, you know, bring your energy. So, I mean, we allow them to make mistakes and let them know that it's okay. And we'll see how much we succeed from there.
Hey, Deasia, Tommy Slade, XNY Central. I know it's early, but do you think there's an identity forming for this 2023 team here?
I think our identity is going to be based off our defense. We have to really tone into that and, you know, take pride in that. And when we do, the little thing is really just the defense and, you know, staying together and communicating effectively. When we do that, we'll be all right.
Hi, Jesus for Syracuse.com. This is something both of you can answer honestly. How important was it for you guys to have this first game of the season with your coach sitting right next to you in the sideline?
As she said in her opening statement, it's been a challenging month for us, and, you know, having her there, for me, it means the world, and I know for the rest of us, it means just as much. So, I mean, like I said, it means the world for her to be where she is and sitting here with us today.
Yeah, I mean, what she said, it means so much. I mean, having her coach me for the first time as well was really exciting. Yeah, we're all just so grateful that she's back.
Deasia, you know, you talk about defense being a point of emphasis. How much does it help having someone like Isabel Bergeron out there blocking shots and just being that physical, imposing presence inside?
I mean, having her as a presence, you know, I think that's kind of what we lacked last year a little bit, more of a taller, longer presence down there. But her ability to block shots the way it is, and once we get her where she wants to be and where she will be in a few games, I think it'll mean more than what she showed today.
Jordan, WJPZ. Sophie, fellow freshman Alyssa Latham at 13 points, also 2 3-pointers. What was it like for you two to experience your 2 first games together?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing the energy she brings. Like every practice, every game is really, really amazing. I think it's helped the team a lot. So, I mean, I'm sure she would say the same. But yeah, very grateful that we get to do this together and we can have each other's back out there.
1 or 2 more questions for student athletes. Joe?
Deasia, how do you think Lexi played today?
Lexi did great. I think she had, 8 assists and 0 turnovers. That was, that's what you want your point guard to do. It's not always about, scoring the ball. So her doing what she needed to do for the team's success, it was great.
Last question.
Defense, Jordan again, but defense has been a mindset throughout the entire offseason. What is it, 12 steals and 25 points off of turnovers? It can be for Deasia. 25 points off of turnovers. What is the mindset of taking those, barreling down on defense, but also turning that into offense?
We gotta use our speed and our athleticism the best we can. So if we can get points off steals or accumulate them, it'll help in the end, because sometimes at the end those are the points you miss if you don't play defense and you don't get those steals. Those 25 points may cost you the game. So that's why it's important.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, we'll take questions for Coach Jack. I'll start with you.
Coach Jack, Citrus TV Sports. Dominique Camp went down with an injury in the 3rd quarter. Do you have an update on it?
I do not have an update. She looked like she was good in the locker room, so I'm hoping that it's like a small little something that can get her some treatment and get her back out there.
Nathaniel Cunningham, ACC Network. You see, your freshman players and Alyssa and Sophie have big games today. What kind of confidence does that give you that these players can go out there and play in the big games when we get into January and February?
We never talk about like you're a freshman so you can't and you're a senior so you should. We talk about players play basketball. And those cats came here to play basketball, and the best in their country and the best in our country here. We brought them here to get out there, lace them up, and see what happens, and understanding that we win and we learn and you don't make mistakes that cost losses. And with that freedom, I think those two are going to be really special for us.
Hey Coach, Austin, Z89. I want to talk about one play. I think it was in the 3rd quarter. Alyssa caught the ball on the block, noticed the double team coming, and in one motion swung it out to the 3-point shooter. It was a miss, but I thought the basketball IQ right there was incredible. I know you were really excited to coach her, but was that kind of a level of play something that you thought she had in her?
Yeah, she was trained by her dad. Her dad coached her ever since she was a little kid, and sisters all played basketball prior to her coming up, and so that she got that pedigree. But what I got disappointed in was the fact that we weren't ready to shoot the ball as that ball swung out to the person that was supposed to receive it. And so those are things we got to work on. We got to get everybody's brain working at the high level, like Alyssa Latham.
Jesus, Syracuse.com. First of all, congratulations on the victory, Coach, and on your return to the bench. If you're comfortable sharing, what led to your absence for the last month? How are you recovering? What did doctors tell you, about how it could impact your coaching duties, and do you think that it could cause you to take more time away from the team this season?
That's a loaded question right there. We've been gone for a month. I had some surgeries, and I'm not prepared to share what kind of surgeries I had yet, but they definitely stumped me and stumped our team a little bit. But what's neat about this team was that we're a player-led team, and we said that before I went into to have my situation. And they understand the assignment, and they played the game very well, which was go to those 2 orange and white games and do some fun things there and help Coach Casey, who was our point person for the coaches. And Sharkey and Sue did a tremendous job of being support, and Steven and Matt were amazing as well. Those are other coaches. So I think that we've done a good job. You know what? Sometimes you gotta they say wall up on defense, and we walled up on a situation that could have been really devastating, but our coaches are pretty damn good, and I'm so grateful that they stepped up and did some fun things. So we're going to continue to get healthier, and I got to kind of coach the game a little bit different than I'm comfortable with, which is, less passion and not this overzealous thing that I usually do. And that's the hardest thing for me. And my husband is watching me like a hawk, and he's like grabbing my shirt saying, nope, we're not doing that, because I witnessed what you just went through, and we're not going backwards. So I appreciate him. I appreciate all the people that support what we're trying to create here, and understanding that I'm going to go through it for a little bit longer.
Are you expecting that this might maybe make you take some more time away from the team this season?
I don't see that happening. I think that we're here for good. As long as my husband can join me and help me through this process, I'll be with the team as long as I need to, hopefully the rest of the season.
Thank you, Coach Jack. We're going to go to Tommy in the back.
Well, Coach, great to see you back and wishing you the best through this
Thank you.
process.
Appreciate
The trackers that the players were wearing tonight, can you explain those to us and what the fans are looking at?
Well, Coach Matt is our strength and conditioning guy, and he's tracking everything. He's tracking how much distance each player runs for the whole game, heart rate, which is really important, and some other things he's tracking, like whose spurts are quick and aggressive, things like that. And we're going to pick 4 or 5 things to track per game. I'm not certain what else he's tracked, but I know the heart rate and the distance is going to be 2 things that we look at. But I know that he's picked 2 other things, and he's going to share with me. That thing can do everything. I can't think of the name of it right now. Connection is really going to help us, manage our players better on the court.
Will that be every game this season?
Oh yeah, every game, every practice too.
We have a couple more questions for Coach Jack. Go ahead.
Coach, I'm interested in when you hear Deasia talk about the importance of defense like she just did, what does that mean to you as a defensive-minded coach?
Well, we got to get better. We were like 266 last year. We can score the ball. We're second in the ACC in scoring, but because we didn't defend, it took us out of the NCAA tournament. And you want to play basketball, you want to really get after it and get into the nooks and cranny of it, you got to defend the ball. We did a better job in a close scrimmage than we did out here. And she's right, and she understands the assignment. She wants to get in front of the audience of the NCAA tournament. Well, she better get 4 other players that think the same way she thinks and the way her coach thinks, because we didn't do a good job last year.
Coach, just adding on to that defensive performance tonight, your front court of, Kyra, Alyssa, and Isabel, how can you kind of sum up their performance tonight, really dominating inside the paint?
You see, well, we're better than that. I think, and I think they understand that. Kyra run the floor way better than she did today, and she can block shots better than she did today. Sophie played a little bit of 4, but I think that she just got, she got swung around the court too much. We got to do better than that. Alyssa is gonna get better every game, but I thought that she farted through some assignments as well. Our bigs is our problem right now, and they're not awful, but as a post coach, I expect way more.
Yeah, we'll go 2 more questions. We'll go Kevin and
Kevin from News House. So generally, could you generally talk about what is takeaway in the highlight from the game that you expect, and what the team should improve for the upcoming regular season?
You said what's the highlight? I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's the
The highlight is that we can score the ball. we got some scores. We got Sophie, we got Lissa, we got Izza, we got Deasia Fair, who scored 2,700 points before the season even started. We got KP. We can score the ball, but who's going to sit down on defense? That's what I'm trying to figure out. There was no highlight to say defensively we got after it. And that's what I'm looking for. And we're going to have to find that sooner or later, and we're going to take the air out of the ball in practice, and we're going to really defend, because there's not going to be any air in the ball. And if we have to go to that, I've done that before at Buffalo, and that's when we became top 40 in the country. And it looks like we might have to go in that direction again.
last question, Coach Jack.
Coach, you're very critical of the defense, but to start the game, 14-0 run, 4 caused turnovers straight.
Yeah.
That was a really high-intense defense to start the game. How do you just kind of create that to last over the 40 minutes?
They have to. You know, when the last time we've gotten out rebounded? I mean, we got 36 rebounds in their 45. You know, you can defend, but you got to finish the defense, right? And that's what we didn't do. We went up 14, whatever, then 16-2, but then all of a sudden, the game changed because we just stopped trying to figure out where to box people out at, you know? We don't really try to think about boxing people out. We try to think about areas. We didn't go to those areas to box out, and that's disappointing. And we're going to watch some film, and we're going to get better. This is not a good time for me to say, oh, she was great, she was great. You know, this is a scrimmage. We got a whole 30-something plus games to play, and we got to step up to the plate because our goal and our university's goal and our athletic department's goal is for us to get to the dance. And I know how you do it. You got to defend in order to do it, and we got to get better with that.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, guys. You guys look so handsome in all your outfit. Oh, no.